You can consider it an unwritten rule, a dirty norm of society, or even a primal instinct of human nature to try and take advantage of what belongs to others. But the sad reality is that anything successful in this life will inevitably be copied, stolen, or outright plagiarized. The immensely popular Grand Theft Auto series, particularly its latest and most successful entry GTA 5, is no exception to this phenomenon. And when, for whatever reason, you can't access the original version, the ease of finding a copycat, whether of higher or lower quality, is truly astonishing. It doesn't matter if you turn to mobile apps, browser games, or downloadable titles, Grand Theft Auto clones are completely out of control. In this video, I'll show you just 4 of them, though one of these entries covers an entire saga of games specifically focused on Trevor Phillips. Now, while some of these knockoffs might seem laughably pathetic, there are occasions when they can exceed your already non-existent expectations and actually surprise you. This happens with the GTA 4 clone that will take the spotlight at the end of this video. But first, let's dive into the Trevor Phillips saga. For some reason, whoever came up with the idea of copying the concept of GTA thought it would be brilliant to directly use Trevor Phillips as the main character. Yes, you read that right, the actual Trevor Phillips. When you make the effort to play through this saga, you'll notice it has an interface heavily inspired by Vice City. It's an interface you'd better like because it was shamelessly reused across the entire series. Playing as the iconic GTA 5 character, you'll have to complete tasks in true GTA fashion.
Good to see you, Tommy.
Sorry, I'm Trevor.
Sure, whatever you say. I need you to go get a car and bring it here. Then I need you to go and kill a person and come back here. I'll also need you to go pick up a person and come back here. I'll also need you to pick up a package and bring it here, as well as go get another person and bring them here. Have you understood the mission, Trevor? Trevor?
However, don't expect cinematic cutscenes, dialogues, or animations to guide you. No, you're left entirely in the dark, completely clueless about what you're doing, why you're doing it, and for whom. But hey, at least there are guns, and most importantly, there's money. Despite its shortcomings, the most interesting aspect of this saga is watching its progression in quality with each new installment. The biggest leap forward is undoubtedly between the first and second games. After that, though, things plateaued a bit until the 4th game came along and crashed straight into the ground. Why? Because the game was completely broken. The bugs in the 4th installment are nothing short of spectacular. They render the game absolutely unplayable, and when I say unplayable, I mean it literally. But don't lose hope in the developer just yet. After all, it's highly likely they handed the project over to Grove Street Games. It's almost poetic how this developer managed to mimic Rockstar so well that they even recreated their knack for releasing utterly broken games. Sorry, I'm just kidding. The next game on this list is a strong contender for the most baffling clone. I don't know what the story is, if it even has one, because I didn't bother to look for it. And you'll understand why once you see what this game is capable of. Let's start with the combat system. This game boasts a range of brutal fatality animations that feel entirely out of place in a GTA-style environment. But that's not all. While we're here in whatever year this is supposed to be, the game sets itself in a future where transportation options have evolved in the weirdest ways imaginable. You'll find everything from classic cars, motorcycles, and bicycles to electric scooters. In this bizarre future, devices like segways, dareways, pinch-away, and similar contraptions have become so mainstream that society has apparently abandoned walking and driving traditional vehicles altogether. Oh, and there are cryptocurrencies. They're so worthless in this dystopian future that you'll find them scattered on the streets like loose change. At least that's how I interpret it. But let's talk about movement. The mobility options in this game are something even Nico Bellic couldn't dream of. Not only does the combat system allow for an impressive array of animations, but even the simplest actions feel over the top. For instance, you can perform spectacular super jumps while running, allowing you to collect Bitcoin with unparalleled style as you ponder, why didn't I invest in Bitcoin 10 years ago? Moving on to the next game, things don't get any less absurd. It starts in a prison, which immediately makes you wonder about the intricate, thrilling escape plan the developers have in store for you. You might dream of secret tunnels or daring rescues orchestrated from outside. But the game quickly reminds you that you're playing this game. Instead of elaborate escape mechanics, you're handed an arsenal of weapons right there in the prison, in full view of the guards, so you can simply shoot your way out. Forget everything you know about complex prison escapes from movies or other games. This guy has proven how easy it can be if you just have a machine gun. However, once you manage to break free, you'll realize something that will crush your hopes. You're on an island. Your dreams of freedom take a turn for the worse as you realize the challenges ahead. But don't worry, just follow the checkpoints like you're in a GTA Online race and you'll eventually find a boat. This boat, of all places it could take you, delivers you to Australia. Welcome to Grand Theft Auto Australia. But don't get too comfortable, after all you just escaped from prison. Upon arriving, the local police won't exactly welcome someone dressed in prison attire, sporting a bulletproof vest and wielding a flamethrower. They'll try to kill you on sight, but this protagonist, fueled by the magic of plot armor, is unstoppable. Once the chaos subsides and you resume the main storyline, you'll encounter something truly surprising. Something rare in games like this, an actual cutscene to introduce the mission. None of this, however, compares to the third and final game on this list. It takes the idea of knockoffs to a whole new level. I present to you Plastic GTA 4. This masterpiece begins with a very familiar cutscene, a ship arriving in Liberty City. To sweeten the nostalgia, a character resembling Roman comes to pick you up in his BMW Taxi Edition. From there, a classic GTA scenario unfolds. You get into someone else's car and for some reason they let you drive it. If you remember the original GTA 4 storyline, you'll know where this is heading. That's right, you're taken to your safe house, which is structurally identical to Nico Bellic's apartment. The only difference? The interior icons are straight out of Vice City. What's truly shocking about Plastic GTA 4 is its level of polish, relatively speaking. For starters, it's the only game on this list that features RTX. Admire those photorealistic reflections on the vehicles, which put to shame any game from 3 generations ago. Okay, I keep joking. Additionally, the AI in this game reaches an absurd level of sophistication, or lack thereof. NPCs can and will start fistfights with each other if you provoke them. Without a doubt, this is one of the best worst copies of Grand Theft Auto I've ever played. But now I turn the question to you. Which one did you like the most? Or rather, which one seemed the least terrible? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to follow for more content and I'll see you in the next one.